Yes, so the first screening, the premiere was yesterday, and after the premiere, one lady came to me and she told me that she thanked me for being young again for 2 hours, and that was a really nice comment to hear from the audience. So that's generally what I would want for the people to feel, like to just spend their time in this atmosphere of these girls, and just to be with them for these 74 minutes, and maybe maybe also get, you know, get the feeling of being young again, or get the feeling of some injustice which is around us, or be happy or sad with them, like just it's about just being there. Yeah. So basically, the film is about four friends, and part of them are, like, two of them are football players playing in the local female football club in Kutaisi, and Kutaisi is the third biggest city in Georgia, which means it's not so big. It's a small city, and they have this really turbulent queer underground community, and they are like a self-made family, and the film is mostly concentrated on atmospherical scenes rather than like a story arc. So there are some storyline developing throughout the film, like one of the footballers getting surgery and one leaving for work to another country. But like it's not so important. The main thing for me in this film is like sharing the atmosphere of these friends, like a self-made family who spend a lot of time together. Characters of the films, these people, when I met them, I right away decided that I would like to film them for a documentary. It was years ago when the idea was pretty blurry back then, but somehow we ended up to be friends really soon after our first encounter, and yes, they kind of let me in their houses and in their spaces pretty easily at the beginning, and I think it was that we had common friends, and we are the same age, we have same interests, and it's really, we are not so different from each other. That's why it was easy to become friends and then to spend time with them without really affecting their behavior. Yeah, when we started the editing, we had pretty a lot of material, like 80 or 90 hours of it. It was quite a lot because I was filming for a year and a half, and I almost moved to the city so it was a lot of material, and we went through many rough cuts. And all in all, we chose for the scene selection, it was just few scenes which follow these storylines, and also some scenes where which we just liked the most of this, like what we call atmospherical scenes, and somehow we put it all together in after a long process of editing, which was like 9 months. So I didn't really push any ideas from the beginning or even now, and so of course it's got more complicated, more like I knew them more time after time, and it did change, but since the film really does not have like kind of a direction which is like kind of pushed or chosen, or it's really did not really change what I wanted this film to be, because the first time I met them, it was exactly like one of the scenes from the film. So it was about this atmosphere which really caught me with them, and which I wanted to film. So it just remained, mostly. Yes, like the isolation is there, and the film title is also about how the room felt, because it's mostly inside, of course, except the football games which are happening in outside spaces in the film. So it's somehow it is like this because Kutaisi is also a very small city, where like kind of city where everybody knows everybody, when you walk in the street. So when they want to be together and feel free and have safe space, this safe space is almost always inside. Maybe of course there are some outer like small parks where they gather, but somehow it's mostly in their houses or the like kitchens and restrooms or not restrooms. Okay, okay, whatever. So it's mostly in the houses. So this isolation is there for many reasons. Like one of them maybe being the outside homophobic situation, and also really not having much public nice spaces in the city. It's like social, economical, and like homophobical reasons behind it. So yeah. Yeah, so this like title of the film is from a poem by Audre Lorde, and Audre Lorde is was a poet from United States, and she was a black lesbian, and like she would describe herself as a warrior, black lesbian poet, and I think her poetry, we were reading those times somehow, and then we comment like strangled up on this line, and it felt like the title of the film. So yeah, we went for it. Yes, it was really kind of hard to stop the filming process and to know that okay, we have it. But actually, the last scene that I filmed is also the last scene in the film. It's a New Year's Eve, and somehow it was when I also felt that okay, this is it, because this film, like part of the scenes are like party scenes, like birthdays, gatherings, or football games. So the New Year is like a biggest celebration everywhere, I guess. So like I just finished with that, and also New Year is like some really common celebration, and it's a scene for me where these girls are on the balcony, and you see the fireworks from every building around them, and they are also throwing it. So this is somehow a scene where these fireworks and the girls' firework, like you can see the city there, you know, kind of in the air with the fireworks. So it's where they kind of happen to be in the same space as everybody else after this isolation. Thank you so much for nice questions.